let me try and break this down for a second. So, Gelman, we were talking backstage, and Steve Patterson, who has been on the show as an announcer, he has been on the show doing different segments. He was in Vegas with us, right, Steve?
He's just a great guy.
Just a great guy. Very funny.
And he, you know, what's funny is he lives in Minnesota.
And he
hates winter. You know, you would think like...
He hosts a show in Minneapolis, Twin Cities Live.
Twin Cities Live.
And he can't stand winter.
He hates winter, which he's plunged into, I would say, 90% of the time.
But he started this campaign. He has said it's his dream to fill in at one point. You know, he's chipped away at getting in here.
Fill in for one of us.
Fill in for one of us at some point and guest host. So he started this campaign where he's sleeping outside until he gets the opportunity. Not our studio, outside his studio. So how do we dial him up?
So let's FaceTime with him and check in how he's doing. He's been out there. Put it on the stand there.
The amount of tech I've got to pull off with no audio.
So this is the stand here. Now, now are we...
Don't look at ourselves. Oy.
Ew.
Oh, no.
Is there a filter?
I hope on that camera.
Oh, my gosh.
So we're going to check in on him and see how he's doing.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. It looks cold.
It's you know, by Minnesota standards, Kelly and Ryan, it's like in the 30s. It's in the 30s.
You're having a heat wave.
It's a heat wave. 30s are okay. 30s are great for 5 minutes. Like you run to the car, you step outside, and after a few minutes, you say, you know what we should do? We should go indoors. And when you do 25 hours outdoors, it just starts to be less fun. That's what I've noticed.
But now, Steve, your promotions department came up with this brilliant idea. Is that right? So what are you trying to do, just so we're clear?
Okay, so when we just put out into the ether that maybe, just maybe, someday there could be a chance where I would guest co-host for A Day Alive with Kelly and Ryan, which would bring my mother to her knees in tears. My promotions department heard this, and then they came up with the idea and said, well, you know what you should do? You should stay outside for 50 hours in a tent.
What?
And I said, I don't think that's a good idea at all. I've never camped before. I have no outdoor experience as a man. And so it got whittled down to 25 hours. And I've just been
Is
here.
that your,
I've just been
is that
your,
your, could you give us a little tour of your tent? Yeah, show us your tent there.
Thanks for asking. I didn't know if you guys
Let's see what necessities you have.
About to get really personal, guys. This is where it all went down last night.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this.
I'm guessing you missed The Bachelor last night.
I did miss The Bachelor. Followed along on Twitter, though. Boy, did that get dramatic.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about it.
Let me first tell you about this. This is the kind of pillow that I think is meant for, like, if you just had some sort of a personal
baby
surgery operation. Yeah.
Yes.
Hemorrhoid, right? That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
But they chose that for my head. So I laid here last night. It is the worst pillow I have ever laid on in my life. And last night, it was about 11 o'clock. And I just thought, well, I'm going to give this a whirl. And I'm going to see if a human being can fall asleep in this much discomfort with their neck and head. And I'll be darned. I did. I fell asleep. It was really incredible.
Steve, I like
You slept through the night?
Well, I slept 2 3-hour portions, then I woke up and went on the Twin Cities Live Facebook page, gave them an update, which was really a waste of time. I just said it's 1:30 and I'm tired and I'm going back to bed.
Look at the tiled floor I see. That's kind of a luxury. Wow.
Yes.
Nice cold stone.
And let me be clear. It is beautiful, beautiful stonework. So to the craftsmen who made it happen, all my respect. However, here's what I learned is that when you don't have a base on your tent, because this is technically a fish house. I've only lived in Minnesota for 6 years, so I was still uncertain. Fish houses do not have a base because you need to be able to drill into the ice to fish. But it makes it colder because then there's less insulation. Kelly, you have a question?
No, I'm just shocked that you are in a fish house, not on the... wait, that's what they made.
Without a fish hole or fish or water.
He's getting all of the discomfort of a fish house and none of the benefits.
Can we throw him a bone here, Gelman? I know I have to go back for American Idol a couple of times.
I don't know. You know, if he really wanted to do a stunt, he should have probably done this in February when it was cold. Don't you think? He kind of went down.
You think that's the warmth of March?
Also,
you think it's deserving?
I see at least 2 personal space heaters in that tent.
Was he using a heater?
Wait a minute. Wait. Can I explain? Let me explain.
Good call, Rip.
Okay. So first of all, this one is a propane heater, which I found out pretty quickly. I almost lit paper on fire, and so they asked me to shut this one down. And if you inhale in close proximity propane, it starts to mess with you. So that was a problem.
I know, that's why I've had this job all these years.
They know.
This one is an electric heater, and I want you to know I was very tough with that electric heater. I turned it off at night, and I slept here in the cold like a man.
I don't know.
Hey, Steve, what about April 1st? How is your calendar on April 1st?
I'm going to tell you this. It could be wide open.
I mean, it's April Fool's Day, but
April Fool's Day?
Yeah, we could put something together.
I don't know.
Could we?
Yeah.
Why don't you come April 1st, Steve?
Yeah, April 1st.
Yes.
Steve is co-hosting.
It's a big
Come on over.
Yeah, co-hosting.
Steve is co-hosting April 1st. Or is he?
Or is Steve Patterson? Hey, listen, very, very kind of you to come on. Keep yourself well, okay? Do not get sick over us. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
All right.
And how's your new baby, by the way?
New baby Deb is doing great. And in fact, as hard as I'm trying to make this seem, this was like a timeshare getaway. I mean, nobody bothered me. I didn't have to burp anybody last night. I'm living the dream right now, but everything's going well.
All right, we'll see you, pal.
All right,
Take care, Steve.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.